don't know. I would look at it like this. I think with the urgency the Raiders showed to move up, this could be Musgrave, but this also could be Branch. And I think Branch must have something medically wrong if he falls past the Rams here, because he would fit right into that star role that Ramsey was manning.
By the way, I am seeing non-Rams people say that the Raiders moved up to snipe the Rams of Mayer. That hurts. So that's kind of what everyone in the league is
That's the
saying.
belief.
Is
But
that I mean, we're not going to know for sure, probably ever, but
the Rams have selected Steve Avila, guard TCU. That is a little bit of a surprise to me. They go out and they get their interior guy though, and you spend a third, last year on Logan Bruss. The excitement about him. They got two franchise guards that could both find their way, onto a second contract. Not bad. I mean, he's one of the best guards in the draft, and I honestly, I think Torrance is probably a little bit better, but Avila's nasty.
yeah, he's my second guard behind Torrance. So um, this is this is kind of where I pictured him going, maybe slightly later in the second round. So this makes sense to me. Um, I can't complain. I like it. I'm very happy with this. Um, a little surprised it wasn't Osiris. Like I said, I think I like Osiris Torrance more, but this is my second guard in the draft. I wonder what they're gonna do because I'm trying to think. Logan Bruss. So you're thinking that they're gonna start Bruss and Avila,
I'm
and
not
then
saying Bruss because keep in mind he's got a whole year where he just rehabbed. He didn't get a chance to really develop. He spent all that rehabbing, but I think that we're looking at a guy in Logan Bruss that they really like, and they're excited about the long-term implications. He may not start because this is like his rookie year, but Avila can. Avila is a day one starter. The Rams just got what a lot of fans were hoping. They got a starting offensive lineman that is going to come in and he is going to be a problem for teams. Now, I was not as high on Avila here because I had other guys I preferred. That does not make this a bad pick. And as a matter of fact, I think this is going to be a great pick. I think when it's all said and done, Steve Avila, who is a mauler in the run game, who's just nasty. He's a nasty dude. He is going to be a Pro Bowl level guard and a potential All-Pro. And I think when you get a guy like that at 36, that is what you need. You need to protect Stafford. You need to help the run game. Cam Akers, and people are talking about running back, right? I didn't think that made any sense. Cam Akers played well at the end of the year. Let's, give him another year. You have Kyron Williams, who you traded up to get in the 5th round. I really like the pick. I had other guys I preferred, and I think Branch is the best available here. But as
yeah,
far as need, now the Rams don't have any needs on the offensive line. And what I mean by that is they have guys that moving forward, Alexis, they have developmental, crutches that you could be like, oh, we're really excited about, guys like Avila. We're really excited about guys like Bruss. We're really excited about guys like that. And so I like this pick a lot. I think this helps the offense, and it kind of goes back to what we've been saying, how they've been really focusing on going all in on the offense. I know you're about to say the next pick, but I just wanted to throw that
I'm
in
not.
there.
I'm not. I actually don't know. I'm just like
It's
giddy. Who
Derek
is it?
Hall. Derek Hall
Oh, to
to
Seattle.
the Seattle. Yeah.
Well, back to Steve Avila, which that's a little high for Hall for me, but um,
It's very Hall from very Hall.
very high.
It's very Hall, Alexis. This is very Hall. No,
I'm
it's
just
high.
like so excited that like if you guys I've been dying for the Rams to like make a high offensive line pick forever. And I'm very excited about this. I really wanted them to take an offensive lineman in the second round. I had convinced myself they weren't going to do it because that's just not what they typically do is they don't go high on offensive linemen as of late. So this was like a very pleasant surprise for me. I really like Avila. And yeah, day one starter. Love it. Got to protect Matthew Stafford. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. I think this is, at the end of the day, this is somebody that is a day one starter that you're getting at 36. And I'm going to, when I have a chance to kind of, go through and everything, I'll retweet the tweet I made about guys that get picked at 36. They blow up in the league. There's a really good track record at picking at 36 overall. And what I will say right now is that this class is going to get eaten alive in this round at the interior offensive line position. So I like that the Rams just now don't have to worry about anything. They went out, they got their guy. Now they can focus on the rest of the draft. They got their offensive lineman. He's a stud.
and yeah, it makes up for the fact that there's still this twinge in my gut about Michael Mayer being sniped from the Rams.
And
But it's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
and I mean, like, I really do like him, but I probably would have taken Avila if I knew ahead of time, just because I think he fits the need more, I would say.
A lot of people think they're trying to trade. I mean, they might be trying to trade down again. I just don't.
Rams are selecting Byron Young, edge defender out of Tennessee, and he has got a story. I compared him to being the Kurt Warner story of this draft. This guy has an unbelievable story, and look, I honestly didn't even remember him. I thought he was off the board. I really like this move. You go out, you get an edge defender. It may not be either of the two guys I wanted, but Byron Young here is somebody that he's my 12th edge defender. Let me tell you a little bit about him. Okay, JUCO transfer, started as an assistant manager at Dollar General before trying out and making the JUCO team. He didn't play because of COVID, but in 2020, when his team practiced during that, his highlights got so crazy and viral, he landed all these offers from SEC schools. He goes to Tennessee, and the rest is absolutely history. He's one of the most explosive rushers in the draft, jumps right off the screen. His biggest issue is that he's 25, okay? So he's on the older side, but I have no doubts what he's been through, what he's pushed through. He's going to put in the work. He's going to reach that potential. He's a good run defender. He led PFF edge prospects in run stop rate. And I think he's going to need to work on developing more of his hand usage and his pass rush plan. But he is somebody that, to me, if he reaches his full potential, he is going to be an absolute stud. I really like this pick. And I don't know, man. I have no issue with them going out and getting Byron Young. No issue. What are your thoughts?
I like him. This isn't the edge rusher that I would have taken here personally. I do like him though. This is about where I thought he was going to go in the drafts. Makes sense for what the Rams typically try to do. So yeah, it's a good pick, and it's definitely a great positional pick. I think that obviously, I think this was the time to get an edge rusher. I mean, I honestly have said I wouldn't mind us doubling up on pass rushers this draft.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like him. I'm a little bummed that it's not our Northwestern guy, but would I be crazy to say they could still take? I mean, we're up in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up in about 12 picks, right? 89.
Yeah.
If he's still there, honest to God, could see them taking him and playing him inside, because a lot of people with him inside outside, there's debate. I like Byron Young, and it's the Byron Young out of Tennessee, who we thought was taken earlier, but that was the Byron Young out of Alabama.
So this is what happened when they drafted Byron Young. We got a lot of Rams fans that like Byron Young, and I think that was a really good pick. Like I said, he fell outside of my top 10. That doesn't mean anything. Like I'm a big fan of his game, and I had him. Let's see.
The Colts took Josh Downs. I don't know if you shared that already.
Yeah, I did.
And then the Packers, yeah, I heard you say that they got Tucker Kraft.
I had him in the third, Byron Young, so that makes sense. I'm here. All right, I'm getting something now. Kobie Turner. If Yeah, I think it's Wake Forest. I think that's the pick. I think it's Kobie Turner from Wake Forest. I think that's what I was just told. Defensive tackle.
It's like dead silent in here.
Yeah, I mean, I said it kind of like quiet, but I'm just giving people that are tuning in the tip.
I mean, I've seen that the pick is in for a while, but I've not seen a single person share it. Like NFL Network decided to do a commercial break. They're like, pick is in for the Rams graphic, and then
All right. It's official. It is Wake Forest interior defensive lineman Kobie Turner. I did get permission to report that, so
yep, it's Kobie Turner.
was it on the TV?
Yeah. Well, Adibore was right there. That's frustrating.
I would have rather had Adibare. I'm not even gonna lie.
Kobie didn't make my top 10 interior defensive lineman this year.
I think this is so. All right, so Turner right now would be. I am as a 5th rounder. I don't really like this pick that much. I don't hate it, but this feels like a guy they probably just fell in love with, to be honest with you. Adibare, I think, is a better. I think he's just a better prospect. I had a 1st-round grade on him, and to me, I think this is a rotational piece, but I don't think this is somebody you feel great about. When I watch the tape, he's good against the run. He's bouncy, It's just, I don't know. I don't care about the tweener stuff. I don't care about the length. I don't look at any of that. That's not something that I care with. I don't bother with any of that. But I think he's got good balance. You're not going to see him on the field a lot. You're not going to see him fall down. He played at Richmond for like 5-6 years. I mean, he's like a super senior, but team captain, leader. I think when you look at him, he's got the short area quickness that you're looking for. But I think the issue here is that he just doesn't. He's a rotational guy. He's got like a high motor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just better I wouldn't be surprised if he's better in the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised if he's better because he's around Aaron Donald and the Rams. But I think this is a reach. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible to that. But I think this is a reach. And I think there's a chance that he could be really good. I just think that there are better players on the board. And I think Adibare is going to make teams pay. If he doesn't have a medical issue, whoever gets him is going to get. I mean, they're getting a better player. Adibare is a lot better. So I don't know. I like him. I think they could have gotten him probably in the 4th round, that 128 pick. A little bit of head scratcher.
I think you did a really good job with your spin of that.
I knew there was something coming there.
Well, I just know, like, you basically said without saying that you don't like this pick and it was an absolute reach, and the Rams traded back, did all this for this, because that's how I feel. I'm like, seriously. I'm not hating on Kobie Turner, but like you said, I had him as a 5th-round grade as well, and I just don't understand, like, you do all this scheming in the 3rd round and this is who you take. I mean, at the end of the day, this is basically what the Rams needed to do. Is they needed to replace Ashawn and Greg Gaines. Kobie Turner is not that. Adibare would have been a better choice. What, like you said, you basically just drafted a rotational guy to take over
for 2 key interior defensive linemen. It's just, I don't understand it. I wouldn't have done that, but
I just think for that position and for that size, Adebawore is that and every bit better than that. But
yeah.
I like Kobie Turner. And if it was the 4th round at 128, that would have been a pretty solid pick. I think it's a reach at 89. I don't hate it. But as far as the A draft that I was saying, I think this goes down to an A-. 2 really good picks, and then 1 pick that's all right. Good player. A little too early, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to like it. Don't even have to respect it. I'm just putting it out there. Oh, he wore 0. All right, that's a huge flex, man. I forgot about that. Kobie Turner wore 0. So, like, I don't know.
I always forget that you can wear 0 in college.
It's so cool. Like, we had Eric Gray on here, and Eric Gray wore 0, and he just jumps off the tape. Like, he jumps off the tape as a player, but then you see the number 0, and you're like, oh, dude, that guy's a dog. Like, I don't know. If you wear number 0, you're just a badass. You're just a badass. That's what you are. Kobie Turner wears number 0. He's a certified badass. Nolan says they could have gotten Turner in the 5th. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's always one of those picks in Les Snead's draft class. I know Alexis is kind of biting your tongue here, but there's always at least one of those picks where it's like, all right, that was a little bit of a reach. But then again, we don't know. I mean, it's weird. I see evaluations with him all over the place. I've seen some people say he's a 2nd rounder. I've seen some people say he's not draftable. Like, I don't, no one seems to know. And I think it really depends because for me, I don't give a shit. Like, if you're undersized, so to speak, I don't care. It's 2023.
No, I don't care. Yeah.
Like, you know. So I'm kind of at that point with that. But
the Chiefs drafted Wanya Morris, tackle out of Oklahoma, which I feel is a reach. But
that is a reach. It's funny. I had them in the 1st round getting Anton Morrison out of Oklahoma. That wouldn't have been a
Harrison,
reach.
you mean?
But that, did I say Morrison?
Yeah.
Dear God, I need sleep.
It's all good.
Wild man, appreciate you with the 5. Kobie Turner had a better run stop grade in 2022 than Jalen Carter.